Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story came out on Blavity, May 22nd, 2021. Now, there's a Black artist, and he actually has a home, and part of his home is his gallery. Okay. And he ended up getting handcuffed in his own home. But you know what? This is America, and this is the BS that happens to people in the community. Unfortunately, I wish it was different, but we still got a short time under this foul ass leadership. So, John Sims, a Black artist in Columbia, South Carolina, said police burst into his apartment with guns drawn while he was in bed and detained him without explanation in the early morning on Monday. Can you imagine that? You're laying in your bed sleeping and they come barging in. Before I can explain anything, they got me in handcuffs, Sims told the Free Times. Body camera footage showed the artist remained handcuffed for about 6 minutes inside his 701 Center for Contemporary Art, where Sims stays as the artist in residence. An officer noted that the door is usually secure, especially after business hours. Columbia policewoman Jennifer Timmons said in an email exchange, making sure that there is not a crime in progress or anyone in distress. The officer notified Central Dispatch that his intention to search the building. That's what his intention was. Okay. As additional officers arrived and began searching the art center near the Olympia Mills School apartment complex, they heard footsteps on the second floor. The officers seen on the footage yelling for someone inside to come out with their hands up. Why? Why did they commit a crime? Because they're walking on. How is walking on the second floor of a building a crime? I'm telling you, y'all need to lay some of these cops off. They really don't have enough to do. They're out here creating situations. Why? What's going on? Sims yelled as police arrived in the living room below his loft bedroom. While the artist asked to see identification, officers ignored his request and continued to climb the steps. Police then ordered Sims to face the wall and put him in handcuffs while telling him to stop resisting. Oh yes, that's the thing they always put on Black people. Every Black person is always resisting arrest. Every single one. Every single one, y'all. Every single one is resisting arrest. So if they come up to you, you already know you're resisting arrest just in having the conversation. You're resisting arrest. Officers identified themselves as CPD officers and made other commands for the person to come out. There was no reply, Timmons said. Officers found a man on the second floor for safety reasons, and while confronting his, they don't have no reason to be there, y'all. They have no reason to be there. And you can just tell by the way the story is written, those cops had no reason to be there. Confirming his reason for being inside the building, officers placed the man in investigative detention. For what? Sleeping in his bed? Are y'all for real? He was sleeping. He got to go in investigative attention for sleeping in his home. Oh man. They didn't have no reason for messing with him. That's why they did all that extra stuff. Sims, who has focused on his art, and this man can't even be in his apartment as an artist, y'all. He got targeted and pulled out of his bed and was told he was resisting arrest, and they took him off. I mean, you gotta laugh if you don't get angry at this shit. I mean, this is just crazy. Oh, this is crazy. Mm-mm-mm. Now he's planning to write an open letter to the Colombian Police Department about the incident. He also plans to depict the incident in art form. No, you better go get an attorney in real life form, if you know what I mean. No, they didn't have no reason for coming in there and pulling you out the bed, slapping handcuffs on you, and doing all that extra shit. And then at the end of the day, found nothing. I think this is a very important, teachable moment, said the artist, who has been in the residence since May 4th, for the department to evaluate the police, the policies and procedures about entering spaces and how to engage folks. They do know how to engage folks that are non-black. They know how to engage folks, but when they see us now, they don't know how to engage people, but they actually do know how to do it. When they're dealing with their own, they know how to do just that. They just don't want to do it when they're dealing with us. They don't want to do it. Okay. So he said how to engage folks and issues around assumption of guilt. Well, you better learn real fast. You are guilty by default for being a black man. That's the only guilt you need to have in America. Per, uh, Perpetuation from the onset, and how that can create a certain level of anxiety and miscommunication and misrepresentation. Yeah, you being too kind. They do jacked up police work. That's why they messed up this whole thing. Call it what it is. It is jacked up police work. It was unprofessional, and they couldn't even come up with a good reason and had to let the man go. So that just goes to show you they're out here making stuff up as they go along. Bad policing and very unprofessional. And they really need to lay these guys off. If they really have to do this type of thing in order to get arrests, then there's no need. You need to cut your police force in half. You don't need all these cops. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.